Hello, welcome to Juice Chronicles. I'm Vonjul Shekinah. Very happy to have you with me for this moment. Today we're going to start off and talk about something that is so kind and dear unto me, and I hope that it's the same for you. I know that as you move on in life and if you want to start to progress, you'll notice that you meet many people that are just not ready. You'll meet people that do not know how to really love, whether it's unconditional or personal. And that can have you feel like you're a little bit ahead of time. It may have you feel like it's not the right time for you to share your love regardless. And I just want it to be known that that is a path that you're on for a specific reason. Love has different values. It also has different measurements. It takes its time. It takes its routes. But ideally, before we start thinking about love to a spouse or love to a mother or father, sibling, friend, the most important love that I know of is the unconditional love, because that gives you the ability to just not think of loving another person, but loving your life, loving what you have, loving how you feel, loving your perspective on things. And so I think that that is a good thing if you are not surrounded by people who can pour into you this love that you know about. It gives you the opportunity to continue to find out the different depths of love, and also to go through that maze of, you know what, this is fun because I know that I'm going to get to the other end, and I know that this is not scary. Because you have this journey and the world is teaching us the love for not even spouses anymore, just for boyfriend and girlfriend. We see so many couples now and they're absolutely in love and we're saying, oh, that's just a relationship goal. I don't have any goals for a relationship. I have many goals for my marriage. I know that for sure. Relationships can be with, a friend or a coworker, and we all know how those things get quite sticky. And so I would say for when you're moving forward and you're meeting a lot of people that don't know how to love you as a friend, don't know how to even love you as a stranger. That regular courtesy of kindness, out in the street. If you're walking into some place, leaving the door open behind you for the next person or open it for them, that's love, because it is what it is. Now, ideally, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are sometimes just waiting for you to service them, and that's just not what you need to be doing. So don't go around trying to pass people out all these different courtesies, because then you'll almost be designated as to do that. And that's not what we want you to do. But there's also love and kindness that you can give to, animals and to nature. Of course, the love that you should be giving to God. And we know that he's not here in the flesh. The way that he's here in the flesh is to the way that the Holy Spirit is here. And so just to, clear that up, the love that you may not be receiving back should never stop you from finding different ways and different avenues to love. If you cannot find that partner that makes you feel so worthy, and you can't really find the right church right away, your friends don't reply, and every dog you pet nearly wants to bite you. I don't really know how it goes for you guys, but ideally just know that love has its ways. And you should never think that you're failing when you're trying to find ways to love yourself, to love your life, to find ways to show your gratitude. The unconditional love is best when you first learn to love yourself. And if you need any examples of learning that, I can give you a few pointers that are very easily talked about. Going hiking, going to go eat, alone, and just being with your spirit and yourself, always carrying a little notepad so you can start writing things out about, hey, well, you know what, this is interesting to me. I don't have the time to talk about it with anyone else. I don't have time to share this, this view that I found with anyone else or this food, but I can say that it makes me feel good or it's interesting to me, and I can write it down. And that's just between me and myself, or, me and God, however that goes. Another thing is, if you have not made a list, hopefully, let's just say you should be able to make at least one thing per year. So let's say if you're 21 years old, you need 21 things you love about yourself or love about the way that you are. If you're 37, if you're 65, you still can do this. You can name all these things. I recorded mine but you can write yours down. If you want to hear your voice, I think that's cool because, you can kind of hear how excited you are. You're like, oh, wow. Oh, wait, I do like that thing. And the silence of when you're thinking about, what should I say next? You may just be able to dwell in that silence, and as you're listening back to that video, you can like sketch down a few more things. And so self-love, again, is just taking time to examine yourself and see all the things that you think are flaws and notice that those are things that separate you from the next person. God definitely loves to make a difference in each and every person. And so feel not worried when you are not the same as anyone else or you enjoy things that other people don't enjoy. I know there was a girl a long time ago on my volleyball team and she was eating cereal with orange juice. And I was like, I just can't. I don't know what's going on, But ideally, now when I think of her or when I see people eating in a different way, I'm like, you know what? That's their thing. They're individuals, and if their taste buds love that, that's something that is making them set aside from someone else. And it's not even about trying to set yourself aside from anyone else. It's the fact of when I'm around a crowd or, a group, a team, or whatever it is, if I'm not being myself, I'm not going to feel comfortable. And if I have to keep seeing those people, it's just going to basically create a whole new person. Self-love is respecting who you are and not trying to hide stuff. I don't care if you're weird. I don't care if you're strange. I don't care if you're supposedly delayed or if you have these beliefs that nobody can comprehend. Teach me something I don't know. Let me know about you. Invite me into your life and don't change a thing about yourself, specifically because I am here to see you for who you are, and I definitely expect you to see me for who I am. And so that's the main thing. This love that you have that's for yourself, once you get finished with that, you'll start realizing, okay, it's time for me to love harder on other people or give nature the love that it did not experience or give, these people something to see. And when I say something to see, I'm not saying put on a show, but you can just look at people a certain way and smile at them a certain way. And if they haven't received that look or that smile before, they're going to feel better about themselves. There's so many people that are overlooked and people are not even being genuine with them. And they're just walking throughout the world forgetting that they are important as well. But when you take time to ask somebody, are you okay? Or when you smile at them and you let it linger, and, if you like something they're wearing, or if, you're still proud of them no matter what they have going on, whether, they're homeless or not, you're looking at them and say, you know what, you still got style. They're going to notice that. They're going to be able to see how you look at them, and it's going to help them. And that's love that you can give to a stranger, showing that not that they need your approval or they need to see that you are showing gratitude specifically towards them, but just, that common human nature, common recognition. Some people don't receive that anymore because of their place in life right now. But I definitely believe that if they are going to be walking forward and waking up every day, that they have the privilege of the next man that is walking past them that will not give them that dollar. And so I move on into the love that people want to give out, that is personal love. And you have the right skills to love somebody, but it's just so strange to you because that person may not approach or they may not feel equipped to love you correctly. And then you start thinking that, oh, I'm not allowed to love anybody then because the person that I chose or the people that I have chosen throughout these few years cannot even take time to speak to me to see if they want to get acquainted with me, or they want to just take a certain amount of time to get to know who I am, but then they want to, change their mind. That's okay as well, because you have to know that the Lord is always going to have the right person for you. But don't feel discouraged or don't feel that somebody is saying that they dislike you completely because they don't know how to love, because they were not taught, because they don't know how it feels, because they don't know what it is. You just have to invite them and let them know, excuse me, all I have is love for you, and that's all I really want to give you. You can have it unconditional, and that's fine, but I want to make it personal, and I don't want you to walk away because you don't feel like you can meet me eye to eye, because I can teach you, and we can do this together. Don't give up on love itself if you feel like other people have never given that to you. They really, truly may not know. And a lot of people will say, I'm not going to do that person bad like that. I know that I have this problem with myself, or I know that I don't believe in, whatever it is that I need to believe in to make this friendship or to make this relationship work stronger. And they just may walk away and saying that I'm not going to do that person any good because I don't think that I know how to give them what they're asking for. And so with that said is always start out with just being a friend first. Maybe not to that same person, maybe to another person. There's friends that don't know how to love you back. They don't know how to reply. They don't know how to schedule things. They don't know how to let you know that, hey, I do enjoy you as a brother. I do enjoy you as a sister. They get so caught up. But please know that this generation is doing a lot of things to itself on its own without the people, just the generation within itself. And you don't have to be so caught up into it, but I don't want you to blame yourself, and I don't want you to blame these people, and I don't want them to hold you back. Not only not to hold you back from what you want to give out, but I don't want them to hold you back from pushing forward and still giving them what they deserve because you know how things are supposed to go. So the love that the other people know not of how to share, don't think that that means that it's not the time for it. Go back into your space, study that love that you know should be on the earth flourishing now. Study that. And when you take a step back outside that door and it's time to try to share that love again one more time, or try to, mend these bridges, you know how to do it, even when the people are saying, I'm going to sit with you, I'm going to talk with you, I'm going to walk with you, but I'm not going to be able to make you feel exactly how you're making me feel. You're making me feel amazing, and I don't know what I can do to make you feel this way. And that's when you say, you know what, it's totally fine. Let's continue to walk. Let's continue to talk. And as long as you're giving me time to express myself, as long as you're giving me permission to love you on a deeper level, then I know and I'm positive that you will find your own ways to reciprocate towards me. But first and foremost, that reciprocation is just a communication at the least. And so that's all I wanted to say. I just want you guys to know that I love you. I want you to know that life is not always what it seems, but let's not think about that as in a negative standpoint. Let's think about it in a very beautiful standpoint. And that gives us the room to believe in even the unknown and the greater aspects of the unknown. Because life is not what it seems. It's way, way better than what it already has been appearing. So hallelujah and bless you for sure. And I just hope that you have a great rest tonight. Thank you and good night.